they like isolated us and like threatened us with legal action. I can't. Hi Nyanners, long time lurker here and big fan of your stuff. I was confused when you left VShojo, but boy, doesn't make sense now. I'm glad you're indie now. Thank you. And obviously like big, please send lots of support to everybody else who left. And the recent news, the wake of the recent news and everything. Yeah, sorry, I'm the shadow CEO of VShojo, and let's just say there's a $500 million, $500,000 million thing with my name on it. There might be something waiting for me in a private island somewhere. I gotta get out of here. Guys, sorry, no stream tomorrow. I gotta go manage some of my bank accounts. I gotta cover up some tracks. You guys, I can't believe this happened. By the way, I'm gonna be taking a short little vacation. I'll be back in a few months. Probably gonna go to, what's that one place in Europe where people can, like, get around tax? Switzerland? No, it's some, like, random tiny island somewhere. Yeah, addiction, it does terrible things to people. It's really depressing. Speaking of depressing shit, holy f***, man. Oh, man. There's just so much that I want to talk about. I'll be real. There's so much that I've kept to myself for literally years. And I don't know. There's been a lot that has happened in the last 24 hours even. And I've seen like a lot of people coming forward, and I'm really, I don't know, I don't want to say proud. I don't want to say like that word because that kind of makes it feel condescending in a way. I don't mean it like that at all. But I'm inspired. I'm inspired by them for coming forward. They're very brave. I'm a scared little b****. And they, I wish them all the best. Like it actually, I am so unbelievably angry about just everything, like the entire everything, man. Like what the I'm not good at talking even during the best of times. You guys all know that. I'll do my best, and like I really don't want anything I say to be misconstrued in any way. Like that's my biggest fear. Like whenever I have to talk about anything remotely serious like this on stream, my hole puckers up, you know, like when you almost fall off of a high place and you get that like whoa, wow. I start like shaking. Did you see what K-Son did with the Japanese manager? Yes, I actually saw that happen live because I woke up at 5 a.m. right on the dot when she went live with that. Because I couldn't fall back asleep because I was coughing so much. And I was like, I might as well just see what's going on over in K-Son's stream. And that was actually unreal. Like she has the biggest balls of all time. That was incredible. Like she stood on business and got the Japanese CEO to come on her stream, and she was just like grilling him about everything. And she just straight up told him that she quit, like right to his face, and he was just like, "Hi." She is a legend. I've always like greatly respected her. She is iconic and like genuinely such a good person. And it pains me that after everything else she went through before the VShojo stuff even, she had to go through even more again. Like, after like putting her trust in these people, they over like that. Like that is insane to me. And she's so nice too. Like that, all these people that have been over, they're so nice. Like that, I know, obviously, like that's one of the worst parts. Like, I can't really put it into words, but it just sucks. Like they put their trust in these people. We all did. We all like put our trust in them, believed in them, and like there was a lot of problems even like initially when I joined, but I still stayed with it because I was like, man, like I actually like believe in their mission. I believe in all of us. I want everything to be successful. Like you feel like you're part of a family, so to speak, and you just want everybody to do well. You want the family to succeed. And just to have that trust broken in such a like completely the worst way possible, it's heartbreaking. It's awful. Like, I can't even believe the extent of everything. It's infuriating. I don't want to get like too heated or anything. I'm gonna try to stay as level-headed as I can, but God, everything involved in this, it has been mind-numbing. Like, even like, not even mentioning the recent thing that came out, you know, involving them stealing money from a charity and f***ing over Ironmouse. Like, even before all that like, there was like so many things that were very angering and just very disappointing. So f***ed up. Who steals from charity? Like, my expectations for them were very low. I will be real. I respectfully saying, no, that disrespectfully saying, my expectations for them were low. When I left, like, even back then I was like, I had some glimmer of hope that maybe they'd realize like, oh man, we really f***ed up. We really mismanaged things. We gotta turn things around and actually look out for the talent that we promised we'd take care of them. They promised us that they would look out for us and take care of us. But no, like, again and again, like at every turn, I'm disappointed and like they just betrayed everybody. I can't even believe it. I can't even fathom it. Literally, our expectations for you were low, but holy, it's cartoonish. It's cartoonishly evil. They didn't put you up in $1 million mansions. I mean, I'm sure some of them probably are. Like, not any of the talent, obviously, but maybe. I don't know. There's still, like, a lot that is just kind of shrouded in mystery involved with a lot of that stuff because they purposely hide things and purposely, I don't know, they're not transparent about a lot. Ah, twist their evil mustache. My charity money now. Like, for real. Yeah, some of us have mansions, but not due to any help from VShojo, I'll say that. From their like from their own hard work. That's another thing. Like, I hope that this just shows people that, and this isn't like a statement that all corporations are automatically bad, obviously, but the talent is what matters. It's the corporations would be nothing without the talent. They owe everything to the talent. You should like care more about the talent and if they're like being taken care of than like the interests of any company or corporation. Because at the end of the day, like, corporations, they're like an entity. They're a corporate entity, and their main goal, my main goal, is to make money. And sometimes they'll stoop so low to do whatever they can to make more money off of people and take advantage of people. Yeah, the talent is the company. The talent is the heart and soul and backbone of the company. I just like, I don't know. I just hope in light of all of this, like all this coming to light, more people will understand this, like, in general, and like be less likely to fall victim to some of these shady ass tactics. And I'm not saying that in a way where it's like it's anybody's fault that they fell victim to it. I don't blame them at all. I did too. Like, they can be convincing as like the tactics that they use, and now that all this is out in the open, maybe they'll be less likely to be able to pull the wool over people's eyes and trick them in the and take advantage of them. I wonder if they can even leave easily. Their contracts are up. There's a lot of people that are straight up just quitting, right? Like, I saw a lot of people just announce that they're leaving as of today or yesterday. The Kason quit. Yeah, the company is done. I doubt the contracts matter. Yeah, I think the contracts are voided at this point. Or at least I hope they are. Oh, wait, one second. They got me. Bro, they got trained snipers. Oh, fuck, get down! Everybody, get down! Don't worry, they couldn't afford snipers. Bro, there's like a hitman that comes forward on Twitter with a Google document, like, my experience with VShojo. They hired me to take care of a few talent, if you catch my drift, and still haven't seen a single cent of payments via the black market. And I will say that during all that, like, I wanted the people that were in there to get out if they could. Like, I didn't want them to be over. Like, absolutely not. I wanted the best for them. And some of the staff too, like Panini. Like, she was my manager for a good while during my time at VShojo. Like she was a really nice lady, and she helped with so much. I feel like she probably got the short end of the stick too. Like a lot of the way that they operate is they would purposely like spread misinformation and like not tell people keep them in the dark. So I would not blame them at all for not knowing or like having some side of the story that isn't the full story or is like completely a lie. I would not blame them for that. I don't know if my heart is beating fast because of what I'm talking about that I never thought I'd ever be able to talk about for the rest of my life, or because I'm coughing like a sick mother. Panini was already announced as head of VTubing at Future Legends VT. Wait, really? Wait, that's awesome. Again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if anything I say sounds really stupid, or if it's disjointed, or if I phrase anything in a dumb way. I'm kind of rough around the edges right now, and it's difficult to talk about. But I feel like I have like I don't know. I feel like I gotta talk about it after all this time. I gotta say something, and the fact that like so many other people did, I just felt like, I don't know. It's good to get that kind of thing off your chest, but also I feel like it's important for other people to know, especially if they're another VTuber or another like streamer, just so they can see the warning signs and stuff like this. Use it as a cautionary tale. Like if our stories can help companies in general like shape the up, then I think it's for the best. Like despite all the stress and the suffering and everything that people went through, at least it'll make for some kind of meaningful change in the space. Hopefully, we can only hope. Like at least no more stealing from a charity and thinking you can get away with it. What the fuck? Stealing money from multiple people. Oh god. What the fuck? It's actually crazy. I genuinely still can't believe it. Like it feels so surreal. I'm sorry if any of this gets kind of heavy, like in advance. I really don't like to delve into like this on stream because I know everybody just wants to chill, and I do too. But this is like a lot of this stuff, like the stuff that I can talk about, at least has been weighing on me for years, and I really want to be able to just get it out there for like the reasons I said prior. And also selfishly because I just want people to have context and like understand where not just me, but like a lot of people that left, like Vay and Silver, and also like before all this went down too, even like Matara and Zen and Giga when they left. Like I just want people to understand like the situation as best as they can, have transparency for a lot of things, and also just like spread awareness of a lot of the stuff that can go down and a lot of the ways that people can be taken advantage of. Mataro was fired, not left. Yeah, that's insane to me too. It's not my place to talk about her story, but like her situation is infuriating to me too. Just like everybody's like all the that people had to go through with this company, it's mind-blowing to me. At the same time, it's like, I don't know the right word, but it feels like a strange sense of solidarity in a way, where like I don't know Matara that personally. I did, like I was able to speak with her at that party that I went to a few weeks ago, and she was very nice. She was a very nice lady. I was a little bit tipsy and it was very loud, so I probably came off as very rude and tizzed out talking to her for the first time, but she was a very nice lady. I really appreciated her like coming up to me and talking to me, because like I think I don't know how much I can say in regards to that, but she was very kind, and she reached out to me in a way that just really, it meant a lot to me. But from what I know, she's very nice and very caring, and I know that she got obscenely over by the company too, and it's just unfair. What everybody went through is completely unfair. Yeah, it was a very genuinely nice gesture on her part, and I appreciate it a lot. Like she was just like I won't go into too much of what we talked about, but she just like checked up on me and stuff. Like even though I was literally meeting her for the first time, she was like checking up on me asking like how I'm doing and stuff, and it just it meant a lot. And I'll take back everything I said about cockroaches. Just put that on the record. I'll take back everything I've said. I'm still kind of scared of them, but you know they are chill. Yes. Yeah. They are very chill. Yes. I guess to like start with, I had wanted to like I had the feeling of wanting to leave VShojo months and months before I even left. Like there was just like a lot of problems even during like the first few years of the company, and I don't know if I can get into many of them. I don't know if it's my place, like a lot of it, but I had my reasons even well before like things came to a head with the contract dispute stuff. Yeah. I wanted to leave VShojo before it was cool, you guys. I didn't mean it like that. I swear to God. I just meant like it was frustrating at the time not being able to be more open about the reasons why I left, and the fact that I had been considering it for a longer time than what I could say, really. Like there was just like a lot of cracks forming behind the scenes, a lot of mismanagement, a lot of like shady stuff going on. There came a time when we had to renew our contract. The contract, as y'all know, like Vay mentioned this, that it was like, oh yeah, Vay was the very first one to leave, like officially. And I think like a lot of us were all kind of like, you know, like huddled together in the darkness, like, dude, what the f going on with this company? What the f do we do? And I was very unsure. Like part of me was like, there was alarm bells going off, and I was very like weirded out by some of the stuff that was happening. I actually like way back when I was like, man, like something about things that are going on in this company is not sitting right with me, but I'm gonna stick it out because I believe in the company's mission. And then the contract renewal happened, and yeah, they put Vay under an NDA that made her unable to talk to any of the girls about it. Yes, that part was so up. Like they did so much to prevent us from talking to each other, and to purposely like pit us against each other even. And like they did not want us to talk to each other. They did not want us to like get together and be like, yo, like what the is going on? Isn't this kind of weird? They like isolated us and like threatened us with legal action. And I can't, bro, it's insane. They told her like, yeah, like you better not talk to everybody, cause we can sue you or something like that. It was up. And she was the one initially that was like, hey, this contract does not seem that great, for lack of a better word. Like, we need to look into this. We need to like get a lawyer and check this out, because like that's like what you should be doing even to begin with. If you're dealing with any kind of contract, any kind of like legally binding contract, when you're part of a company, you should have a lawyer look over it. And it is crazy to me how many people don't do that or don't know that they should do that. And a lot of that like isn't even their fault, because a lot of the time, like in the case of VShojo, they will purposely try to discourage you from seeking out lawyer, like legal counsel about it. Or they'll they'll actively try to what's the word? I don't want to like allege anything too serious, but they'll I guess peer pressure is sort of the word. Like they'll use like peer pressure tactics to make it seem like it's bad to get a lawyer. Gaslighting, obfuscate. Yeah, thank God they actually had like contacts to this really nice agency, like lawyer agency, and I got in touch with them through her, like giving the contact and stuff, and they helped me so much to look over the contract. And I'll never forget, like I was on a call with this lawyer who is a really nice lady, by the way. I could just hear her audibly being horrified at this contract, and it made me so scared. It was terrifying. I was like, what the f***? What was I about to sign? And she was going over the contract and just like audibly sighing and being like, oh my god, like some of this is kind of ridiculous. It was terrifying. I don't want to get too like chronologically incorrect. I guess it doesn't really matter, but yeah, they helped me so much, and I hate during the fallout of all this, she got so much flack. Like, she got shit on so much. There's so many people spreading shit about, like, oh, like, the only reason she left is because OTK, blah, 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 to try to discredit her and, like, and then by extension, say that I only left because she left, which, like, it makes both of us look like a bunch of dumb doo-doo heads. Like, oh, look at these dumb bitches. Like, she left because of this, and she left only because the other two left. So she must be stupid, right? There's probably not anything wrong with this company, I guess. It's probably just them leaving because they're stupid, I guess. It was ridiculous. It was so frustrating to see all that go down and not be able to say anything to defend ourselves. The narrative VShojo sheep went with was our boyfriends made us and we were greedy. They didn't know we didn't get paid for sponsors between 2021 and 2023. Yeah! Holy yeah! I don't know how much I can go into in regards to the narrative pushing. Maybe I will. I don't know. But the boyfriend shit was, that is just insane. People were even like, even Aethel, I'd watch Aethel take so much shit, even though, like, privately, he wasn't telling me to leave or to stay. He was helping me in every way possible as, like, a supportive partner can and should. Like, he was amazing and so supportive and helped me through so much of the stress. Like, not just with deciding to leave, but when I did actually leave, like, he was there for me. But when I was deciding to leave, he never told me, like, either way. He was just saying, like, whatever you choose to do, I will support you. He never tried to push me in any direction. He was unbiased and just, like, told me straight up, like, the pros and the cons and everything, and just was genuinely, like, the best possible, like, support system I could have had. Like, I owe so much to him. And to see him get on, like, after I left, people accusing him of, like, telling me to leave, like, he's in my ear. Like, oh, the evil boyfriend made her leave. Like, she only left because her boyfriend wanted her to leave and go to OTK, shit like that. When that couldn't have been further from the truth. Like, he was so, like, he never said anything like that. Never, ever. He was always just so supportive of me, and he did not deserve any of that. And the fact that I couldn't defend him from that, and he couldn't defend himself, because, like, all this being spread about him and me, about everybody else who left, I'm so glad that there were chill people that, even though we couldn't say anything, they still supported us and believed in us and understood where we were coming from, even though, like, we couldn't tell the whole story at the time. But it was so frustrating. Like, seeing, like, it's frustrating to see your friends get dragged in the mud like that. It's even more frustrating to see, like, someone you love that much be just, like, dragged through the mud like that. It's infuriating. It was so f***ing stressful. I'm still, like, it was just a lot. And also, like, and not to mention all the that got flung at Vay and Silver, that was still, like, it never stopped. It was like, you'd think that people would shut the up after, like, literal years. But no, like, it was still being pushed about them, and people are still treating them like they're stupid and stuff like that. And it hurts to see that about your friends, about people you care about. But yeah, I'm glad. Sorry. Why would people care? I think, like, part of it is people being loyal to corporations for whatever reason to a fault. And part of it, like, I won't lie, I'll just say, like, some corporations, they want these kind of narratives to be pushed because it protects the company's image. Like, they will encourage this kind of narrative or, like, go and push the kind of narrative themselves by, like, astroturfing and shit like that. Corporations in general will do this. Like, it's just a unfortunate reality. And yeah, like, I guess it's like, I don't know, is it unique to VTubing where people are so intensely loyal to corporations that, like, even at the cost of, like, talent, they'll just support the corporation through thick and thin? Like, I just can't really wrap my head around that. Sports and K-pop, yeah, I guess, I don't know. It's a carryover from idol culture? Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, that's the real insidious thing about like these types of companies, is they push that narrative not just to the public to get them invested in the company as an entity, but also to they push that to the talent and staff as well to get like a kind of hold over them, you know, and guilt trip them and stuff like that. VShojo pushed that even harder than other companies, I feel. Yeah, a lot of their marketing was built around the promise of like talent freedom, talent first, and just the fact that they're like this safe haven away from all the other evil, bad corporations. Like, we're not like them. We're a big family and we treat our talent well. We let our talent stay up past midnight on the Xbox. We let our talent, they don't have to do homework, you know, you feel me? Like, we're a cool mom, you know? Like the cool mom of companies. Red flag number 907. I don't know, seeing all like the greater VTubing community come together in a time like this, it's very heartening. The fact that they over like Zen and Mouse is like, that's mind-blowing to me. Like the fucking audacity. Like, how did they think they were gonna get away with that kind of shit? Actually insane. Holy they had to have been desperate to do that. And desperate and just like comically evil. I'm sorry, like I feel bad like flinging all this shit, but just like it just feels, it's foreign to me, especially since I've like kept all this to myself for years. Like there's just so much that I wish I could say, but now that I'm like actually able to say some of it, it doesn't even feel right. Like I feel I feel bad, and I hate that I feel bad for saying it, you know, if that makes sense. Like, sometimes you gotta play in the mud. Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that really believes in, like, an eye for an eye. I'm always, like, of the mind that, like, you should be the bigger person, or at least try to be. But in cases like this, I think it's important that people know of, like, all the ways that companies can take advantage of people and them over, just so that shit doesn't happen again. Like, I don't want this kind of thing to happen to anyone ever again. I really hope they're held accountable. I hope that, I don't know, I don't really have hope that they even like think that they did anything wrong, I'll be real, but I hope that they don't go into the line of work involving like running any sort of company like this ever again. Like they had their chance and they blew it. You blew it, kid. There's zero remorse. The lack of transparency is wild to me. Yeah, I hope justice is served too. I hope all the people that have outstanding payments that have not been given to them, like Kason hasn't been paid since September of 2024. Like there's so many, I hate that there's so many stories like this. Like, where's the money, bro? Are they ever gonna be reimbursed for all that? I hope they get their money. I hope they get justice. Like they had their like time and effort stolen from them too. They joined this company thinking like, I don't know, like they're gonna try their best and work and like help promote the company, and they believed in the company and all that, just to be screwed over like that. Spent it all on parties and advertisements around Japan. I hope the talent freedom billboards in the Tokyo subway or whatever were worth it. I knew things were bad, but I cannot believe the extent to which they took advantage of everybody. Like, stealing $500,000 from a charity and from Ironmouse of all people it goes beyond cartoonishly evil. It's just sickening. Like, I mean, like, pardon my French, but Mouse was even like, she was pretty much their cash cow, or I guess like their cash mouse. And she's the one that put VShojo on the map, and she was instrumental in so much of its success, and her story has inspired countless people. So for them to f her of all people over like that is like, what the f were they thinking? And she was the face of it pretty much. Did they think they'd be able to get away with it? I mean, I guess like they didn't pay a lot of other talent, and we weren't able to speak out about it because of like, you know, legal reasons, I guess. So maybe they did, but it's genuinely insulting. Did they think? I don't know. I don't know. Is Zen's owed money too? Holy f. Yeah, I heard Kason and Michi were owed funds too. Yeah, Mouse was like VShojo's #1 proponent too. Like she always like had nothing but good things to say about them and wanted them to succeed. Did they ever actually pay anything? Yes, they did, but like I don't know, I can't really speak for everyone, but at the time I left, they had owed me pretty much close to the amount of a like a Mercedes-Benz S-Class car. And man, it's kind of heavy to get into it, but one of the reasons like that really just with me mentally, cuz I don't even really need to say this to defend myself, because at the end of the day, like, people need to be paid what they're owed for like the work that they've done, the sponsors they've done, the merch that they've sold. Like, that's part of the contract. That's just how it is. Like, you're not greedy for like expecting a payment that was promised to you like that. But also, it wasn't just about like the fact that they hadn't paid me. It was the principle of the thing and like all the other things that were adding up about how just like all the red flags and the mismanagement that just set off alarm bells for me. Like, I saw this going on and saw like the payments that were missing, and I was like, this isn't right. Like, we gotta do something about this. Like, I gotta get out of here. Like, and I even like warned people too. Like, I tried to tell them to get a lawyer, just as like Vey had told me, like, yeah, you should have a lawyer look over this contract. But apparently, like, there were things that were said and took place to where like people were discouraged from doing that. Like, you know, like what Vey said with how like she was told to not tell anybody that she was leaving, or she would be, I don't know, threatened with like legal action over her NDA and stuff like that. Yeah, it was just like the feeling of not only am I owed all this money and I have no idea where it is or if I'm going to be paid any of this, it's just like if they haven't done this that they promised and there's all this other shady stuff going on, what else could they do? Like, that I was just panicking, like, holy like, what is going on in this company? Why are they keeping us all in the dark? I felt crazy. I legitimately felt crazy. And it was just like the feeling of like, if they were willing to stoop this low, certain things like this, like some of the stuff that I can't even talk about, like, what else could they do? Like, people need to be warned about this. Like, this isn't right. And that's like the main reason why I left, is because like I didn't want to take that treatment. I didn't want to like, it was like stressful as fuck. Like, aside from the process of leaving, like there were aspects that were stressful as hell. I just wanted to be done with it, and I was scared to leave, I'll be honest. And part of the only reason why I like had like the courage to leave is because I was able to kind of leave around the same time as Vey and Silver, and they like helped me. They didn't like, it wasn't like a secret cabal of like evil ladies being like, yeah, leave with us, you should leave with us and we can be mean girls and whatever the that people tried to push. It was like, obviously I would want to leave with other people so it wasn't like a giant like arrow pointing at my head like, hey, look at this person who just left, and like I'd have a bunch of blowback and like that. And obviously we'd have camaraderie. I know, like, I can't speak to like Matara, Zen, and Giga's stories, it's not my place, but I know they must have felt like much the same way, like being able to leave around the same time. Like, it's not that they all like encouraged each other to leave for some kind of like evil reason. It's like, bro, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills here. Like, the past 2 years, just like the fact that people were suspicious over the fact that we left together, like, why would that even be a bad thing? Like, it genuinely made me feel crazy as I seriously despise the mean girl narrative. Vey is one of the sweetest people. Bro, yeah, like, that's part of why I felt so crazy. Like, she has been nothing but like sweet to me. She sent me a care package out of the blue like a few years ago, and it was one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me. Like, she did not deserve all that. Part of their leave terms was announcing both me and Silver at the same time. Yeah, like, they purposely wanted you guys to leave at the same time, right? And because they didn't want like people to leave individually and make it look like the company is like hemorrhaging or something. And then they told me that I need to wait to leave for whatever reason. Like, none of it made sense to me. They wanted people to think we were leaving as friends. Yeah, that's part of it, isn't it? Like, they wanted to push that kind of narrative. Like, the only reason they left is because the other one talked them into it. Just trying to control the narrative. Even though our decision was individual and we hadn't spoken about it. Yes, exactly. Like, we all came to this conclusion independently of each other. Like, we're friends, like, don't get me wrong, but we all, like, obviously have agency. We all have our own, like, thoughts and feelings, and, like... just, it fucking drove me insane. Having my intelligence questioned. Like, people, like, saying all this shit, like, coming up with all kinds of, like, harebrained reasons why I left, or acting like I'm an idiot for leaving. Like, that shit, I'm sorry to sound like I'm, like, having a gamer rage moment, but oh boy, not being able to defend myself from that kind of shit over 2 years like that, actually, there's a part of my brain that's probably gonna be broken for a bit. Your chat window is out of sync. Oh yeah, it's kind of like lagging really bad, isn't it? Oh shit, sorry guys. Here, I'll refresh it. It was sad, like, even though I knew there were so many problems and I wanted everyone to get out of there, or at least like for them to shape up and actually treat people the way they promised to treat people. I actually had like a glimmer of hope like a while after I left when they announced that new wave with like henya and stuff. I thought like maybe they learned from their mistake with how they were treating people, and after we left they're like, all right, let's actually shape up and like do things right this time, you know? Like I had a glimmer of hope. I thought like, you know what, maybe things are better. And I felt like a bit of relief from that, I guess. I assumed they rewrote the contracts too. And that they were actually paying people this time. Like maybe they had like an oh shit moment after we all left. Like, oh shit, we actually gotta like get our act together and actually like treat people well. But no, they doubled down. They tripled down. Like despite there being problems from the get-go. When I was at VShojo, I believed in VShojo. Like in the beginning especially, I felt at home there. Like I was approached to join VShojo during a very difficult time in my life, and I was unsure if being part of a big company like that would even be suitable for someone like me. Like, I already had a pretty negative reputation online, and I really did not want to have to cause problems for anyone being associated with me. But they made so many promises and like helped with a lot. They actually did like help me with a lot of stuff. They helped a lot of dreams come true, not just for me but for a lot of people, and I genuinely trusted in them. I consider some of the staff like family almost, and like I felt like their mission of talent freedom was just so great, and that they could help so many people with that and do things right, as opposed to so many companies that would mistreat their talent and place too many restrictions on their talent and stuff like that. And even like shortly after VShojo was announced, there's this article that was published about it. Like, here's this new VTuber company. It's an English VTuber company. I remember being so excited, but also like so terrified. Like, oh my god, like this is actually happening. Like I'm actually in this. Like I hope I don't up. And I read the comments on it, which you should never do. And it was just people saying like, oh, VShojo is gonna be dead on arrival because they got Nyanners in it. Like this company, I would watch them, but they have Nyanners in it. And I felt so shitty from that. And that was like a kind of thing that I had in the back of my mind, being part of that company. Like man, like I really did not want to cause trouble for anyone. I didn't want to, like, by association with me, create problems for anybody, like the talent and the staff alike. And there were a lot of ups and downs in the beginning, but a lot of us, like, we truly believed in that, like, the company as an organization and stuff, and like a lot of the staff were so nice, and like we all looked out for each other. It was like a feeling of like we're all in this together, like we're a good company, we're gonna do things good unlike those other companies. And yeah, like I met a lot of amazing people through my time at VShojo. A lot of like amazing, inspiring people, and it hurt to make the decision to leave, even if like it was the logically like the smart thing to do. Like it was the like my lawyer told me it was the smart thing to do. Many people told me like, you know what, if you feel in your gut that this is the right decision, you should do it. Girl, no comment. Oh god. Ugh. Bro, you don't deserve any kind of stress or any kind of any of this bad Oh, wait, was she with the MSM thing too? Oh god. I don't understand how so many of these companies get it wrong. Like, what the wrong with them? How do they fumble the bag this hard? All you have to do is just be honest and treat your talent well, and you make a shit ton of money. Greed? Well, you can be greedy, but actually, like, treat people well. I think it works for, like, gamer subs. Like, I'm not even saying greedy in a bad way, because, like, companies have to make money. But just make money in an actually good and chill way. And not by stealing from people. I guess, yeah, sometimes they... Like, I guess in the case of... I don't want to throw too much dirt, but... allegedly, when it comes to corporations like VShojo, I think they get in over their head and don't realize it, and a lot of the people that work there probably should not have been in charge of the things that they were in charge of. But I think we can all agree with that. Even people who don't even know the full story can agree with that. Like, there's a lot mishandled, a lot of people in positions of power that really should not have been in that position. But that is an understatement, I guess. It's true in a lot of situations. Y'all should have said something. We couldn't, is the thing. Like, we were under threat of legal action to say anything. And now that it's all kind of coming to light and everything is kind of exploding, honestly, I don't know if stuff like that is even like a thing anymore. Like, I feel like K-Son went on stream and like talked about how she hasn't been paid, and a lot of people have been airing out like the mistreatment. So I think at this point it's okay to talk about a lot of stuff. I wish, like, don't get me wrong, I wish in like all of my heart that I could have been able to say something. I desperately wanted to tell people. It hurt so bad seeing all the things being said about people that I care about and not being able to defend them, not being able to like speak up for myself. And it's just like it generally makes you go crazy just seeing so many people like go to bat for this company and glaze them, for lack of a better word, while you're just like sitting there like, oh my god, if only you knew. If only you knew like the kinds of things that they've been doing to people, and they're getting away with it. And for so long I didn't know if I would ever be able to say anything. I had resigned myself to just the fact that I would never be able to say anything, and I had made peace with that for the most part, actually. Like, it's been 2 years, and I left as respectfully and just like amicably as I could, because I didn't want like any blowback on the remaining talent and stuff like that. I didn't want to cause trouble for people, and I also just didn't want to cause like obviously trouble for myself. Tried my best to be as professional as I could. It was stressful as like, I didn't want it to be more stressful for me or for anyone else. And also there was legal stuff involved, you know. Obviously Gunrun is hiding on an island in Barbados. I just wanted to be done with it, you know. I wanted to wash my hands with it and move forward into like a new chapter in my life, and you know, just be free of it, be free of all that stress. But unfortunately it was still stressful, despite the fact that I left. Even like it was just like aftershocks of stress from like all the that people were saying, and like just the repercussions of the fact that I left. And it sucks because we were all told we couldn't rock the boat or we'd be left all alone. Yes, like they actually like guilt trip people like that. It's insane. It's awful. Like companies will outright tell talent like, you need us, like you need the company, and if you leave you're gonna fuck over people, you're gonna fuck over staff, you're gonna fuck over your friends, stuff like that. And of course, they don't use like the F word, but it's scary. It's manipulative. It's up, for, to put it lightly. Like when I left 2 years ago, the entire process of leaving and the resulting fallout of it was extremely stressful. And I know it sounds dramatic, but it legitimately broke me mentally. Like I was so burnt out. I was like, I was like losing my passion for all I do, and it sounds like silly because like all I do is play video game and fart online and stuff like that. But like I felt so isolated and scared. Like it was so frustrating not being able to say anything publicly because like I was under threat of legal action if I were to break the NDA, and I also just didn't want to cause trouble for everybody, like I said. And it hurt a lot to have to endure like countless speculation and like accusations over why I left, like having my entire like everything about me questioned and discredited. I couldn't defend myself from any of that. Just like I see it happen. I saw it happen to like Matara and Zen and Giga, and it's like I don't know. It is nice to see them finally be vindicated and have some kind of justice involved with all that. And I do like obviously appreciate the people like in the midst of all that were understanding and chill, as I said. But like even outside of like the public facing like when me and Vate and Silver left, like we were outright to the other talent even discredited, like from staff, like discredited. Like they were like the remaining talent were told that we were just troublemakers, and like all the reasons for why we left were generally like downplayed and outright lied about. And like that kind of thing is purposely done from a position of power in order to, I don't know, discourage all the other people from catching on and being like, hey, like, why did all these people leave? Like, clearly there's something wrong. Like, what's going on? Like, yeah, they made it look like that. I was painted in a unsavory light. Even the fact that I had used the services of a lawyer to look over my contract and help with separating from the company, which is a given, like that's a normal thing anyone should do. Like you should have a lawyer look over that stuff. It's important. Like you need like legal counsel for stuff like that involving your livelihood, your career, like all of that stuff is incredibly serious. And it would have been a fucking nightmare if I didn't have a lawyer to help me with all that. I don't think I would have been able to get out if I hadn't had that lawyer to help me. And the fact that was like that fact was used against me as like, wow, like, can you guys believe this? She's so heartless. She talked to us through a lawyer. How dare she do something like that? How dare she utilize a lawyer to deal with like a contract that is legally binding? Like the lawyer that they had us use while in the org was even licensed. Yeah, that's another thing. Like their license was expired. That was one of the reasons why we were able to get out. It's the fact that they had like a oh, I don't want to get too much into it. It's not really my place, but they had an expired license, and yeah, not licensed, that's not a lawyer. Like dubiously a lawyer, allegedly a lawyer. How dare you not let them scam you, heartless. How dare you, you bitch! You need to be taken advantage of. And I guess to add insult to injury, like I mentioned, like I'm not the only person. Like a lot of the talent weren't paid, and probably like still haven't been paid. Definitely still haven't been paid. Like Kason, Michi, and stuff like that. Like they mentioned, one of the sponsors that they failed to pay me for like over the course of 2 years while I was at the company was a sponsor that I did where I was swatted live on stream. And I've told this story before, but obviously I didn't mention the fact that I wasn't paid for it when I left. But you guys know it's like it was, yeah, the Cookie Run Kingdom one, yes. And I couldn't talk about that also because like legal reasons to deal with an ongoing investigation into the doxing and the swatting situation that a lot of people were dealing with. Not just myself. Like a lot of people were affected by this. It was awful. And I was swatted during a sponsor that I did. It was very surreal, and it's like it's like funny in hindsight to talk about it, cause you know you gotta use humor to cope with dark stuff like that in any way you can. Like, at least that's my view of that kind of thing. But it was a Cookie Run Kingdom sponsor, and I was making cookies on hand cam. Like, I was making the cookies from the game very, very badly. And it started out all well and good. Like, I was just like, yo, like, I have like this idea to make this sponsor really funny and goofy and wacky, and I'll make cookies live on cam. And like my face or anything wasn't showing, but like my arms and my hands were. I'm sure you guys remember, like, some of you that were there back then. And yeah, I did the bit where it looked like my arm fell off. Like, it started out all well and good, but then I was swatted in the middle of it, and like, due to advice from the investigators who said like the best course of action would be to keep going with the stream, because like if you stop the stream after that happens, then the people who were swatting you, obviously they're gonna know that they were successful. So I had to keep going like for hours after the fact, after I had just spoke with like law enforcement banging down my door with guns, and like it was terrifying and so surreal. Like, I had to keep up with the stream and like act cheery and make jokes in front of thousands of strangers, and like underneath that I was fucking like mentally, I can't even put into words to describe like how that felt. It was so up. And like I'm laughing about it now because like the entire situation is ridiculous. Like getting swatted during like a Cookie Run Kingdom mobile game sponsor, and I'm just like trying to stop my hands from shaking while continuing to put icing on the cookies. I remember like when I heard the police bang at my door, I came up with an excuse live like, oh, sorry you guys, I gotta go get some more frosting for the cookies, BRB. And I went to BRB for a very long time, and I came back and desperately was trying to like lock in and just not give off the fact that I was fucking terrified and fearing for my life. It was horrific. It was like, I still to this day have nightmares relating to that. Like, I like to joke about it in hindsight, obviously, like, because the situation is ridiculous, but it left lasting marks on me. And one of the only things that helped me to like kind of cope with it after the fact was thinking like, hey, at least I'm gonna be paid for all that. Like, I'm traumatized, but at least I'm gonna get paid. And that was back when I was just starting out as a VTuber under VShojo too. Like, it was all an overwhelming and very scary time to begin with, and like having so many eyes on me and having this like ongoing police investigation and like doxing and swatting and and I was still in my dilapidated, like, gross apartment with mold on the walls, like, in, like, a really shady area on the outskirts of Seattle. So I was doing what I could do to grind so I could get out of there. So that was, like, one of the, like, glimmers of hope. I was like, you know what? I went through all that, but at least I'll get paid. And wouldn't you know it? Like, one of the many things that they have failed to pay me for over the course of literal years was that stream, the one that I got swatted during. It just, like, it felt like a kick in, like, the deepest part of my gut. Like, it's... words cannot even describe how angry I was. Part of it, I don't want to, like, victim blame myself. Like, I did, like, ask them over and over for payment info a lot of the time. And they had, like, sent me payments for other stuff. Like, I have, like, on record payments that they sent. And I just kind of, like, I don't know. I trusted them to be able to, like, make good on, like, payments and stuff like that. So I didn't try to grill them too much. And they tried to say, like, the reason why they weren't able to make the payment is because they didn't have my payment information, which I knew for a fact was false because they had made a payment to me, like, a few weeks prior to when I was about to leave. Like, they conveniently just like, oh, well, we didn't have your payment info. Yes, you did. You did, bro. And I'm sure that's part of, like, what they told people internally about me, like, oh, all the other stuff they probably told about me to paint me in a negative light, to make me seem like I was this like snake that was fucking over the company in some kind of way. I don't know. I won't get too into that stuff, but for lack of a better word is it fucking sucked. It sucked really, really bad. I had like legal grounds. That evil troublemaker wants to be paid for work. Yeah, how dare she? How dare she? The fucking rapscallion. My dog ate your payment info. Oh man, it's just like doubly hurt because like I had that feeling in the back of my mind for years. Like I don't want people to have a bad impression of me, and I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Like that was like one of my biggest fears, is causing trouble for people just by existing, because I just felt so guilty. And to know that like while I was leaving, like people had this impression of me that I, you know, was like doing all this out of malice, or I'm just like only leaving because of such and such, and you know, like it hurt. They were counting on you, not wanting confrontation. Yeah, probably also like the NDA thing, obviously, but I had legal grounds to sue them, but I decided to not pursue that at the time, like 2 years ago, because I was just incredibly stressed during that entire ordeal, and like leaving, the resulting fallout from it, and entering a legal battle with them during all of that would just like, that would be way too much. And I also just like, I know it doesn't really make sense. It sounds like stupid now, like especially like the fact like recently it got out that they were stealing from charity, but that happened after I left. So of course, like back then, if like that kind of thing was happening, I would want like the whistle to be blown immediately, you know. But unfortunately, like that, all that stuff happened later, like after the fact. Even like at the time, despite all the stress that I had, and like all like the stress that they were causing my friends and like people close to me, I still just like I respected them. I respected a lot of the staff. I wanted them, like I wanted the best for them. I felt awful, bro. Like I felt so bad for leaving. I felt so guilty. It just like, it killed me to leave. I was so like, I still have like, I made like a note on my iPhone. It sounds so dumb, of like the pros and cons of leaving. I still have it. I wonder if I could find it. It was just like pros and cons of leaving. I'll miss Panini and Gunrun. Like I'll make Mouse sad, and like the reaction to me leaving could suck and be stressful. I'll feel really fucking guilty about leaving. And probably no more concerts. Backpack stuff will be trickier. I wrote all that. And it just like, even like in spite of all that shit that they did to us, I was still like, you know what, I still respect them. Like I still like want the best for Gunrun and like all of the staff there. If there's one thing Gunrun did right, it's the feedback. Speak up and try to like help myself, because this like the company told me like, oh, like if you speak up about any of this, like you're gonna cause problems for other talent. Like you don't want to cause problems, do you? Like we're all depending on you. Like don't fall for that shit. And I'm not saying it's bad if you do, because I don't blame you if you do. I fell for that kind of shit too. Like they made me feel guilty as when I left. They also told me like, if you leave, like people are gonna be harassed because of you. If you leave, like the company is gonna suffer because of you. Like can you wait like several months to space out the leaving so that it'll look better on us and look worse on you overall. If you leave, people will die. And yeah, like Mouse said in her video, like much of the same stuff. Like it's insane to me that they tried that manipulative, guilt-tripping bullshit with her. It's like, it's evil, bro. To do that to someone like her, like I can't put into words like how fucked up and evil that is. To make her feel like the whole world is on her shoulders pretty much, and try to guilt trip her out of making a good decision for herself and her future, and to stand up for herself. The fact that they did that to anybody, it's up. Like especially her, like taking advantage of a chronically ill person Much less like someone who is like the #1 supporter of the company and is like doing her best to help the company as a whole. Like they they needed her. She didn't need VShojo. They needed her. The devil. I mean, I don't want to throw too much mud, but yeah. I'm just glad that she was able to get that out there, and it must have been terrifying and so scary to have to speak up about that, especially like knowing like all the manipulation tactics and all the stuff like a lot of us can't even talk about. Even it all adds up, it all weighs on you. Who did they think brought them so much fame? I don't even know. Like, I think they just like let stuff get to their heads, and it's so disappointing like how tainted they became over time by just greed in general and just pure ego. It was greed and ego, and that combination of things can really it can create a perfect storm, you know. Taint. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this about any of the staff, like Panini for example, because like they're innocent, obviously. Like, they had no hand, like as far as I know, they had no hand in any of the stuff. They were unaware of a lot of stuff that was happening behind the scenes. They were purposely left in the dark. A lot of us were purposely left in the dark. Like, that's how they operate. Like, they they left a lot of people in the dark when we all left initially a couple years ago, and they tried to guilt trip me out of leaving. Like I said, they said the same kind of things that they told Mouse when she wanted to leave, and they also leveraged my own friendships against me. And like even well before I left, you know, they were known to do this kind of thing. Like, they purposely keep people in the dark. They turn people against each other in a way so that the company wouldn't get any blame for their obvious mismanagement and mishandling of everything. So it just doesn't... Yeah, MSM did the same exact thing. Yeah, I can't even believe, like, the gal, like the... Who the do they think they are doing this kind of thing? I shouldn't blame myself. Nobody should blame themselves. Like, I don't want anybody, like in VShojo or anyone who is in like a company that does this kind of thing, to feel like they are an idiot or like feel like they are to blame for being manipulated in any kind of way. I don't blame them at all. Like, they're not to blame. You should never feel like it's your fault for like being taken advantage of like that. You're not at fault at all. You should not feel stupid. Like, don't blame yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Like, this is all on them. They had the power. They were in positions of power. You relied on them. You believed in them and trusted them to not fuck you over. And you can't be blamed for just like trusting someone like that. It's so hard to catch shitty people when they're trying to hide. We're only hearing it now because they couldn't keep the shit contained. Yeah, it's like scary to me. What would have happened like if this stuff didn't get out? Zen took it very hard, I can tell. Well, she shouldn't at all. Zen was apologizing to us for praising them over the years. She shouldn't apologize for anything. Like, anything. Like, she didn't do anything wrong. But I get it. Like, I wanted to apologize to people too. Like, even like back when I left, like, I want to apologize for leaving. Like, and I don't know. They have so much like burden. They have so much burden. like I really, really, really feel for them. Just like, I can only imagine like what it must feel like for them. Like, yeah, they were blindsided. Like they shouldn't blame themselves, but I get why they are feeling that way. Like, cause I understand. Like, it's just hard. Like, I know they all believed in it. I believed in all of the like like the mission of VShojo and everything too. Like, as much as you can believe in like a corporation, you know. But when VShojo started, I thought, yes, finally a good company. Yeah, like, that's what we all like thought. That's what we all thought. I don't blame them for thinking that. I don't blame them at all. Like, they didn't do anything wrong. I wish nothing but the best for like all the talent. Like, they're all like, they've all been over, and they've all like had to suffer through so much stress. Like, I don't even know like the half of like a lot of the other stuff that people were dealing with. I can't even fucking imagine. But I just want them to, I don't know, be able to have a weight lifted off of themselves at least. Like, at least, like, it's all out there in the open, but that's still, like, it still hurts, you know? Like, even just, like, knowing, like, well, at least it's all out there now. At least we can finally, like, talk about it and, like, commiserate in a way. It still hurts. Like, there were people... Like, Zen was in VShojo for, like, what, like 5 years? Like, like Zen and Mouse, they're some of, like, the founding people of the company. And, like, spending that much time as part of a group like that and, like, having to leave in such a painful way and have it be so public is, yeah, I just... I can't really put it into words, but like, I wish them nothing but the best. Like, I just want them to be okay, you know? I feel so bad for all of them. And Haruka too, like, she's such a sweet person, and it just hurts me so much to see that she had to go through all this stuff too, like, to have to experience all of it, and like, ugh. It just goes without saying, like, it's painful that it all had to happen this way, but in a way, like, I'm glad that it's all over now and, like, they can be free, you know? Like, finally, like, maybe they'll be treated well and get paid and not have to deal with all this, like, hidden stress in the, like, behind the scenes. I would have been screaming after not getting paid for 2 months, let alone almost a year. Yeah, that on top of, like, everything else that was going on. Yeah, like, the healing process has started. They can finally just, like... Yeah, the curtain's been pulled back. And people are aware now. And they will get justice. Like, I hope they will get justice. Is Mouse joining Venus? Sorry, I coughed too hard. Oh, bro, I don't know. Venus might be closing up shop sometime soon around here. You thought VShojo was bad. Ooh, I would not want to subject anybody to that. Now that's a whole other can of worms right there. What did Goro do? Oh, he don't want to know. Let's just say he's also like has a one-way ticket to Barbados. Yes, like, it's up and sad. Don't get me wrong. Like, I hate that any of this had to happen. I wish that it didn't happen this way. I wish that it didn't get to this point. It is, like, heartbreaking to me that it had to get to the point where $500,000 was stolen from a charity for this stuff to go public. But in spite of all that, at least, like, people are vindicated and people don't have to suffer through all this stress anymore. Everybody can kind of, like, come together like a sense of camaraderie. Like, you know, we're all in this together, corporations, you know? But, like, I say that with, like, you know, like, an asterisk after corporations, because, like, I'm not saying that all corporations are bad. I think my general message is, be knowledgeable and just, like, keep your wits about you. When you're in a corporation, you know, like, even if they say they're your friend, they're not your friend. They are a business. Like, they do what businesses do. If they treat you well, that's great. That's perfect. But please just be careful and watch out. Like, if there's anything that doesn't sit right with you, if there's anything that seems off, you should talk to somebody and, like, tell a trusted adult. But you know what I mean. Like, if there's anything that kind of rubs you the wrong way, like, you're not a bad person for wanting to be, like, treated well in the context of, like, someone who is handling your money. Like, they're handling your money and your career, your finances, bro. Like, talk to a trusted lawyer, a law person. Didn't have all the horrific stress looming over me. And I was able to actually, like, enjoy streaming again. It took a while to get over the burnout that was caused by all the, like, the stress of being in that company and leaving that company. It f***ed with me for a long time. It made it, like, difficult for me to hit go live as, like, as that sounds and, like, stupid as it sounds. But, like, once I got over that, I've been having the time of my life. I don't need, like, as long as I'm being paid and I'm sitting pretty and I'm having fun, farting around, playing video games, being wacky, like, that's all I want. Like, I'd rather have that than have, like, the massive amount of stress that we all had to have. Chilling in my Mercedes and asking it to wink for me like a pig. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm just saying, like, just as like an example of like their contracts and the way they handle things being up is, after I left, I made more money in just a few months than I had made in years being with VShojo. And part of that is because they didn't pay me for a lot of stuff, and it was like pulling teeth trying to get them to pay me for a lot of things. But also, like, just, I don't know, I genuinely, like, I made back like a lot that they didn't pay me in months. Like, it's just months. This is fucking sad and hilarious at the same time. I know. At a certain point, all you can do is laugh. It still feels so surreal to me that this is all just like out there now. I can't even believe, like, I feel like this is a dream right now, like me talking about this shit. And I'm so sorry if I misspoke or said something that sounds insane. It's really hard to talk about heavy like this. Getting paid really helps with the finances. One easy trick: you just get the payments that you're promised and you'll make more money. Yeah, you kind of gotta laugh. And it's yeah. It's a lot of yeah, you know? It's a whole lot of yeah. Mouse had to start the conversation and no one would have believed it. I know, that's like one of the most fucked parts. And I know it took a lot to be able to speak out like she did. Like, it was probably so fucking scary to be the one to just like go like and just say that. It's crazy to me. Oh, but yeah, it has been genuinely so surreal just like looking at my Twitter timeline and just seeing all this stuff. Like, it's like heartbreaking and sad on one hand, like just seeing all the people that got over by them, not just like talent and staff, but like all these like artists and people and like people who auditioned. And like, don't even get me started on the auditions, because oh god, it's not my place. But I'm sure you guys are all you guys know, and what has been said has been said. But it's just crazy. And seeing all that is like sad on one hand, but on the other, like, it's so surreal. Like, I couldn't, when all this came out, like it did not feel real. Like, I had spent the last 2 years thinking that I'm taking all this to the grave. Like, I thought, like, you know what, I made peace with the fact that, like, you know what, like, maybe all this is never gonna come to light. Hopefully that I hope people aren't being mistreated. That's all I can really hope for. Hope everybody's good. I'm just gonna move on with my life, and you know, there may never be a day where I'll be able to like clear the air and like clear my name about a lot of stuff, but I'd resigned myself to that. So when I saw all the stuff come out, I was like, what the fuck? Like, how? And like, in addition to that, like, yeah, like the fact that the thing that came out was, of all the things that they've done, like, that is genuinely the worst. Like, the stealing from charity thing. Like, I know I've talked a whole big deal about like, oh, woe is me, like all this shit that I've been through, stuff like that. And like, I don't want to start like a whole like, oh, it's me, it's about me, you know, like, because it wasn't just me. Like, it was everybody. There's so many people that went through probably like even worse than what I did. And like the fact that they stole from charity, obviously, like, that is like genuinely one of the worst things a company can do. It's incredibly up. Yeah, to steal from a charity that's so close to Mouse's heart is just unimaginably heartless. Yeah, it's all of that. That's not generated by a company. That's from the person. Like, you should support them. And yeah, like true talent freedom is being indie. And like, at this point, I'm not gonna trust any company that is just like, you know, insists upon itself, so to speak. Like, oh, we're so good. Like, if a company needs to go out of its way just to like, their main selling point is to talk about how much better they are and not like how nice they are, like, that's whoo, yeah. As Peter Griffin would say, it insists upon itself. Sorry for being toxic and being a raging epic gamer today. I know like this is a heavy conversation. I never like talking about this kind of on stream because I'm always scared you know, like of like misspeaking or being misconstrued, especially dealing with something like this, like personal and something that's weighed on not just me, but like a ton of other people. Like this isn't just me. Like let me reiterate, it's not just about me. It's like it's everybody. Like so many people were affected by this. Like for every story that I've told, like there's other people with like worse stories, like countless other stories, like things that they've had to keep to themselves. Like also shout out to Vay for being chill. She got the short end of the stick in so many ways. Holy and like shout out to all the remaining talent, all the people that are leaving in droves. Like I wish them all the best. Like I want nothing but the best for them. I want them to finally be free of all this bullshit.